Boom, and we are live. So, can I predict exam scores using machine learning in just 2 hours? Sounds cool, right? But there's a catch. I have close to zero experience in machine learning. I don't know what a feature is, I don't know what regression is, and I don't know shit about machine learning. So, I'll be there googling stuffs and writing messy codes, fixing and writing again the code, and probably getting irritated by all of this. So, if it works out, then great, and if it doesn't, then you will know what not to do. So let's start. Let's suffer. I mean, let's learn together.
Okay. So now let's move forward. So here's my plan. The first hour I'll be learning and reviewing concepts, learning about like libraries in Python and how to load the dataset, how to train the model, how to test the model and all. And in the second hour, I'll be implementing all the like codes in Colab. I'll be searching on Google also to how to implement stuffs like regression and how to split the dataset, how to build the dataset first of all, and then we'll move forward and solve the problems as it comes. So let's move forward. Okay, so now I just reviewed what ML is, what regression is, what features is, label targets are. So I learned that ML is nothing, just it is an algorithm that learns from data to make predictions. And regression, I just learned that regression is used when output is a number. Like we have three types in machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So regression is a type of supervised learning because we give certain data to feed it, and it is like a labeled data. So it's a supervised learning. So in regression, when there are like numbers in the outputs, we use regressions. Just it's enough. Then features. What's features? It's inputs. Like input we give to the model. Like in our case, we are giving inputs like study hours, then attendance, sleep hours, previous score, current score. No, current score is the target. Features are study hours, attendance, sleep hours, and previous scores. So, okay, features and label targets are done. Targets are done. Now let's move on. How to like load a dataset or create a dataset. Let's move on to that. Okay. Okay, so I have created the dataset that takes the parameters of study hours, attendance, sleep hours, previous scores, and then its target is current score. It predicts the current score. So, and I have saved the dataset in .csv file. And now let's move on to see how to load data in Python. How to load data in Python and split data. So let's move on. Yeah. Okay, so now that I have loaded the dataset in my collab and defined the input and target. Inputs are study hours, attendance, sleep hours, and previous score, and the target is current score. Now I'll move forward to split the dataset. Split the dataset into training and testing sets. And after splitting the dataset, I'll 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 need to learn how to like train the model using linear regression. And linear regression is a part of scikit-learn. So I have to import linear regression from scikit-learn and use it in my model. So okay, let's move forward. You guys must be thinking that how I know that why to split the data. So there, I researched a little bit previous hand. So there is a certain steps that a model follows. First, we have to create the dataset. Then we have to load the dataset into the model, and then we have to split the dataset. Why split the dataset? Because like it should be split in 8:2 ratio. Like 8 should be used in training, and the 2 should be used in testing. So from the 80% of the data, we'll train the model, and the rest of the 20% data we'll try to test the model and evaluate the results. So the pattern is as follows: dataset, load, split, train, predict, and test. Okay. Okay, so now I have initialized and trained the linear regression model on my dataset and made the predictions. So now let's move forward to evaluate the model. Okay. Not able to figure out why this error is coming. Like I evaluated the model and inspired it, used out, most accuracy, name, it's coming like name error. All right, and that's it. I tried to predict exam scores using machine learning in 2 hours, and at last I got a working model. Not perfect, but it's definitely a progress. And previously, like instead of just copy paste the whole code from ChatGPT, I this time also I copied some code from Google, but at least now I understand what the code is, what linear regression means, and that will definitely help. I also used some of the materials like scikit-learn machine learning book and some of the other PDFs to learn the Python basics and linear regression and that scikit-learn evaluate method like R square method, mean square method at the last when I evaluated the model. So that's it. So if you're a student, a beginner, or just someone who has been scared to start with ML, I hope this showed you that starting messy is still better than not starting at all. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the journey and subscribe if you want to see me fail more, learn more, and eventually figure out this whole machine learning thing.